Whether you've just started wandering around in Montana and are wondering what the hell's going on, or have been taking on the Eden's Gate cult for a few hours, Far Cry 5 has plenty of layers of madness to unpick. We've already covered a stack of pointers for your first few days and nights in Hope County, but thanks to everyone who commented on our first video, we've got another stack of fresh tips and tricks. From easy ways to find your kills to the best way to take out outposts undetected, you can thank people like Pepper, Howard Malone, Emma Ward, Turgy97, Mark Gary, and even more. Got your machine gun? Let's go. I have to apologise to all the Cougar fans out there. Peaches is indeed the bomb. Or the opposite of the bomb and more of a sneaky, stealthy tooth monster that will silently rip the throat out of your foes before gliding onto her next victim. If you prefer the silent, violent approach and don't fancy getting blood on your hands, might we suggest you get a cat? A very big one. Once you've unlocked the ability to have multiple companions, Peaches makes a perfect addition to your portable if toothy arsenal. Combo her up with Boomer and the best boy will label up enemies at outposts so that Peaches can take them out one by one. She's not invisible though, which would be scary, so you'll need to make sure that no one sees her take down each foe if you don't want them to raise the alarm. Peaches also comes in useful when you're wandering the wilds. Cheeseburger isn't the only one who can beat other animals like bears and moose. Moose? Meese? We'll go with moose. Peaches will happily beat them up and then chow down for a snack. Yes, good girl. But this isn't all about the animals. While there are no delights quite like swimming through the clear waters of Montana with both a dog and a bear, wait, let's just enjoy that for a moment. It's important to consider having some human friends too, you know, a bit like real life. If you just want to watch the world burn, you need Nick Rye, and you need him yesterday. Once you've unlocked him and his plane, taking Nick out to play is a recipe for explosive delight. Whether you want him to take out encampments of cult members or destroy their shrines in a blaze of glory from the skies, Nick is the perfect chaos tool. If fireballs from above and endless explosions sound like your nightmares, don't worry, Jess Black is your friend to the end when it comes to a stealthier approach. This hooded assassin, yes, she's basically a member of the Brotherhood, is armed with a bow and one hell of an aim. Label up cult members and she'll take them down with dangerous ease, one headshot at a time. And even if it all goes pear-shaped and descends into chaos, Jess has always got your back. And their skulls. Switching out your ordinary pistol for bigger and better weaponry is of course par for the Far Cry course, but the customization options here are key. Not only can you paint your weaponry in prestige colouring, oh yes, very subtle, you can add all manner of scopes, silencers and additional magazines to your own personal arsenal. Adding the Marksman sight to your bow is a game changer, letting you judge the distance and send the cult crazies silently into the beyond. The customization options for sniper rifles are vast too, so save up some serious cash and go and treat yourself to a long-range scope. Throw in a suppressor and a bigger magazine and your shopping spree will make a big difference to how you take down outposts. Even if you're allergic to 80s nostalgia, you can't miss Far Cry 5's arcade mode. The colours might scream retro, but this is actually a pretty staggering level building tool that will mean infinite chaos long after you've taken down the final blissed out Peggy. You'll find access to arcade mode in the main menu, but also in the game itself as you stumble across arcade machines and posters. Here you can choose from all kinds of player-built arenas and levels, from surreal space adventures like Drift, where you're leaping through a sci-fi world of floating platforms and faceless enemies, to walking sims, where you encounter endless goals. Arcade mode is dangerously only limited by creators' imaginations. Plus, you'll also find plenty of multiplayer options that of course feature Battle Royale modes. Even if you don't fancy yourself as a game dev, loading up the level builder is a fascinating tool. You can add objects from the various Far Cries, as well as Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed Unity and Black Flag, so you'll end up with some pretty interesting creations. Or, you know, just a dead bear in front of a mausoleum in the middle of some trees. I'm going to skirt around exactly what's inside, but if you haven't already been to O'Hara's haunted house prepper stash, you need to add it to your Far Cry 5 bucket list. It's here on the map, pretty much on the line between Faith and John's regions, and you'll find plenty of mannequins happily pointing the way and scattered pumpkins on the drive. Halloween horror hounds will lap up what's inside the house, and it doesn't take too long to get the key and creak open the door. It doesn't even matter what's at the end, you'll want to head through just for the hell of it. And okay, here's a terrifying tease, but don't say We covered a lot of the essential first perks back in the original tips video, but it's worth pointing out a few more handy abilities. One that's especially useful if you're spending a lot of time in the wilds is the King of the Jungle perk that means wild animals just aren't as keen on making you lunch and will prioritise other eatables. like cult members. Also, one that everyone was keen to point out was the repair torch, which will fix vehicles but also open safes, just like the lockpick ability, but with a blowtorch. And finally, if you haven't already invested in speedier sneaking, Sneaky Sprint is absolutely essential for those stealthy stabbers out there. You'll have none of those awful heart-in-mouth moments as you far too slowly approach multiple cult members for some crunchy chain takedowns.
Oh, here's something.
This is only a small tip, but can make a big difference. We've all found ourselves wandering aimlessly in a field of long grass just after taking down a deer and unable to find its corpse. Find My Dead Things is an app that no one is making anytime soon. Helpfully though, a handy X on the compass above your head marks the direction of your recent kill. It even works on animals that Boomer or your other pets have taken down, so you'll always be able to find those precious skins. And remember, if you haven't added the Harvest Master perk, you're missing out on twice the cash for every hide, so make sure to invest in that if you haven't already. It might sound obvious, but unlike in the real world, alarms just aren't helpful in Far Cry 5. If you want that elusive extra cash for liberating an outpost without setting off any alarms, there's a number of ways to do it. You could get stealthy with Peaches and Jess and make sure that no one survives to get to the button, or you could destroy the boxes before you even arrive. Scope out each outpost carefully though, as there's nearly always more than one. Once they're spotted, knock them out of whack with your sniper rifle. You'll know when they're no longer functioning as the green flashing light at the top will go off, which means no one can call for that pesky backup. Alternatively, you could always just murder everyone before they can get there. Oh no, you don't. So there's 8 more ways to take your Far Cry 5 game to the next level. If you've got any more tricks, let us know in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed the video, drop it a like. Plus, for more videos just like this one, don't forget to subscribe to Logitech G.